Looks like Xidulu, I think. So it looks like Xidulu. I'm not 100% sure. We've been trying to keep up with her. She's going into some very thick stuff. So this is the first actual decent glimpse we've got of her. We're going to try to keep up with her, but it is quite hectic in here, and she's about to go into a little river system. I'm hoping we're going to be able to cross that river system and follow her. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, already a longer or better view of the leopard than the one we got this morning. There we go. That does look like Xidulu. Wendy, yay, Xidulu. I agree with you, Wendy, yay. Wonderful to catch up with little Xidulu. Well, not so little. She's a big female now. The first time I saw her, she was still called Ingrid Dam's young female. She was just independent of her mom. Okay, so let's try to get a bit closer. And just a little bit less grass in the way, yeah. Here we go. Gary, I hope you are right. I'm also in the mood for a hunt this evening, and I'm sure so is Senzo and everyone else out there. And she's quite a busybody as a leopard. She's been ducking and diving and moving quite quickly through the bush. Thankfully for us, she's stopped for a second now. Beautiful late afternoon light coming through. Oh, itchy, yeah. Now, it's difficult to say, Justin, whether she'll keep pushing into Tundi's territory, but it is a possibility. She is a lot younger. Tundi is getting a little bit long in the tooth, so to speak. Well, what happens with leopards is they actually get short in the tooth as they get older rather than long in the tooth. So it is possible she'll keep pushing, but Tundi might push back. You never know. Okay, hang on, guys. Let's have a look. Hi. How steep this is, yeah. Yeah, I can see it's fine sense. Okay, there she is. She's disappearing. Oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Straight into the Tambuti thickets. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, we're going to keep trying to keep up with her. While we do that, let's send you back across to Taylor. They're probably 20 meters away from her, and you can see how her behavior has changed. She's quite focused, and it's interesting to see which way she's going to go from here. Now, I've just lost sight of... No, I can just make out the Nyala directly in front of me. I'm just trying to see if the Nyala sense anything. I don't think they do yet. Now, I'm not sure whether... You see, there's the Nyala there, Senzo. See it right in front of me? There you can just see them moving. There we go, she's on the move. Oh, see, quite often you don't realize how short a leopard is. They often lose sight of their prey while they're stalking. Okay, I'm just trying to see where she's gone. We've got no... Oh, there we go. Sens has found her again. See, I think she's almost going the wrong way now. See, to me, it looks like she's trying to catch sight of them again. lost sight of the Nyala. We're hoping she should pop out on the other side of this bush if she doesn't head for that termite mound. There she is, you see her scent? Okay. There. Right there. There we go. You got it. There we go. You can just see how that camouflage makes her absolutely melt. She's so difficult to keep an eye on when she gets into that sort of broken country. Okay, I think we need to move. The Nyala have moved off, and we don't want to disturb. So what I want to do is head up and around. What, Sense? Did you see something? Oh, sorry, I thought Senzo was calling me there. I'm just trying to see one last squiz of her. No. I think in these situations, especially when she gets down into those thickets like that, it's better to try and get the prey in sight. And then you sit by and you stand by there and you wait. Karen says, can Xidulu please catch some prey? I'm hoping so. Karen, I am hoping so. Okay, let's just try and find a way where we're going to move around at a bit of a distance so as not to disturb. Not giving either Xidulu or the Nyala an advantage. Ooh, and it sounds like Rolf's got another spotted cat. Now, can you believe there is a leopard, an adult female leopard, right in the middle of your screen? You can just make out her rosette. She's busy stalking a little group of Nyala. Now, just wait, and you can just see her moving. You see how slowly and stealthily she's moving through the thicket. Isn't this incredible? Now remember, this is 100% live, coming to you from the Sabi Sands Game Reserve in South Africa. We've already had two leopards this afternoon. This little female, or young female, Xidulu, is busy stalking Nyala. Now, I can't see the antelope anymore, but I know they must be close, judging from her behavior. Now, you can see, she's still there. There. Nandini, no. Nyalas are not too fast for the leopard. If the leopard can get close enough. She's moving so sneakily through there. Miss Muffin says, it's raining leopards. Miss Muffin, I wish I could sit and watch leopards all day, every day. You still see her? I think she's either gone rock still. Have you got her? Thank you, she's moved. Now you can see how effective that camouflage is. She just completely disappears. Now we haven't heard the bark of the Nyala yet, which means that they've spotted her. Where's she gone? I'm just going to move forward a tiny bit to see if we can see. There she is. Where's that little... I just saw her in that little gap there. But she moved forward a little bit, so I'm just going to roll forward. and see if we can spot what she's stalking. You see them? There we go. Senzo has spotted. Oh, they've spotted her. There's an Inyala right here. That's the one she went for. But she wasn't close enough. Now listen to the bark. Now they're telling all the other Inyala, careful, leopard, watch out, there's a leopard. And once the leopard's been spotted, the Inyala are fleet enough afoot to be able to avoid her. Now, she should start moving out into the open, and hopefully she will hunt again soon. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us for your very own slice of live action from the middle of the African bush, from myself, Brent, and Senzo. Bye. Wow, that was exciting. She got really close. We still can't see her, but we can see that Inyala. I said, taxi, can you see her? The last place I saw was just in front of Fanuti there. I said, no one can see her yet. And okay, well, we're going to try to see if we can get a visual of Xidulu. While we do that, let's send you back to Rolf. He's still with the little chief. Well, there she is. She's just moving down the road now after taking us on some pretty hectic off-roading. But she's out on the road, so we're going to try to keep up with her now. Yes, Wendy, apparently Xidulu has been seen mating with Hokomuri in the west. And I'll just try and make sure. Oh, no, that's not going to really work. You got her there, Sens. Okay, we're just going to wait for the other vehicles to move out of the way a little bit. We'll just let them go past us. Hi, Bobby. Bobby, in certain circumstances, leopards have been known to learn how to use vehicles to hunt, but not really. If that does happen, it's generally naughty people who've taught them that habit. When they get close to an animal or something, they'll try to start the car and make sure that sort of the leopard has the best chance out here. We try and make sure that doesn't happen, and that it has equal chance for prey and predator. And she's going, disappearing around the corner near the old Gallagher shortcut hyena den at the moment. Thanks, Orbs. Thanks, guys. We're going to just shoot up ahead here quickly. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to try and get into a spot where we can... Oh, there we go. She's decided to flop down in the road. Now, there we go. She's decided to flop down straight in the road, giving all of us a nice chance to see her. Ollie, normally we can figure out which leopards which quite quickly. And, I mean, we spend a lot of time with these animals, so any new leopard in the area, it doesn't take us too long to figure out who is who. As I said, Xidulu used to be known as the Ingrid Dam young female. So her mom is the Ingrid Dam female, who is from to the west of here, quite far west actually. So Ingrid's Dam is an area we actually, well, I suppose Tristan, Scott and I all know very well. It is on Singita, where we all used to work. Oh, she is a gorgeous leopard. Giving herself a good preen after that failed Inyala hunt. Indeed, these are the best type of roadblocks, but she's up and on the move again. She is heading towards the north. We will stick with her as long as possible. Hopefully she has a little bit more success on her next attempt at hunting. Okay, well, we're going to follow her shortly while we do that. Let's send you back to Ralph, who's still on foot. Again, for another little grooming session after walking down the road. Sorry, there we go. We are getting closer to the northern boundary. And traditionally, as you know, this is very much Tundi territory. Wendy, it's very difficult to tell whether she's pregnant. You only really can tell with leopards when they're quite far along, but she was mating with Hokumuri not too long ago, so the likelihood of her being pregnant for sure now is a bit difficult to call. Probably not. If she is, very recently so. Bobby, animals don't really suffer from morning sickness like humans. That would very much impede their ability to hunt and survive. So no, Bobby, don't really have morning sickness like humans. I'm sure females do feel some discomfort when they're pregnant, but don't think they get morning sickness like humans. Or cravings. Meat is meat and a cat must eat. Oh, she is beautiful. Now, what she's probably doing is trying to get a lot of that sticky pollen off her. So at the moment, most of the grass is absolutely covered in pollen, and it's high in starch and sugar, so it's very, very sticky. So you'll see the leopards will spend quite a bit of time grooming after walking through long grass at this time of the year. Oh, she's beautiful. She's giving us a good show today. I suppose well deserved after the thickets she took us through. It's incredible how flexible these cats are. And you see it when they're grooming, but when you actually see them jumping and running up trees is when you realize how supple their spine is. So Elizabeth, she definitely would be scent marking if she was pregnant. She needs to make sure that no other female is going to be a possible risk to her cubs. So yes, she would still be scent marking if she was pregnant. Now, leopards will scent mark even when they have cubs. It is just more unusual for them to go on long, extended scent marking trips. Now, as the cubs get older, they will do that, but when the cubs are young, they don't tend to do it as often. Now, we're going to wait to see where Xidulu goes off to next. In the meantime, let's go see what Hassan is up to. She's still having a little rest in the road at the moment. And it has been quite warm this afternoon. She's covered a fair bit of distance since she was found. So she deserves a little rest. Probably just waiting for that edge to drop off the afternoon before moving on. If Hassan met Xidulu, that would be quite an interesting interaction. I think Hassan is still a little bit little. Xidulu might give him a good hiding, or at least chase him. It all depends. It can go either way. It would be fascinating to see. Oh, it looks like she's heard something. Nothing too serious, not taking too much notice of it. Her eyes are still a little bit droopy. You can see she's got a 5-5 spot pattern. So for those of you not sure what a spot pattern is, the spot pattern is the best way to identify individual leopards, and it is the last line of spots the first line of spots above the last line of whiskers. And she's got 5 right, 5 left. So she's a 5-5. Oh, tired kitty. Now, Bobby, I haven't ever seen a leopard with birth defects. Most of those critters die within the first couple of weeks of being born. It's very seldom that a wild animal with any major birth defect will last into adulthood. So I have never seen one with birth defects. Looks like she might be getting ready to move. I'd say the temperature's dropped 2 or 3 degrees in the last couple of minutes. And it should continue to do so as the sun gets further and further below the western horizon. Now, as a lot of you will know, patience is a most important thing when it comes to seeing incredible sightings with leopards. The other thing you need is perseverance. Let's go find out how Taylor McCurdy's doing. Well, hopefully Taylor has some luck trying to relocate Asana. And he does do that from time to time, give us the slip, as do all leopards. Now, a lot of you might think that the leopards do it on purpose or whatnot, and they want to get away from us. I think That's not at all the case. What happens is they just go into an area where we're unable to follow. If a leopard really wanted to give us a slip, they could do so in a matter of seconds. So I think it's just happens to be that they decide to go into an area that isn't suitable for us to follow. I don't think it's on purpose to try to get rid of the vehicles at all. Well, most of the time. Every now and then you sort of have to wonder. But with the signer, almost certainly not. And you can see just the way Xidulu was moving. She was hunting. A very interesting question from Casey about what constitutes hunting success now, or what constitutes a hunt. Now, I would definitely say what we saw today with her was a hunt. She spent a fair amount of time trying to get close to those Inyala, expending time and energy, and unfortunately for her, she was spotted. But I would say that definitely would have constituted a hunt, a failed hunt. I suppose it all depends on what the individual who's viewing it, or the researcher, etc., what constitutes a hunt or not. But I would say what we saw today definitely constitutes a hunt. And remember, if they had incredibly high success rates, there'd probably be no other animals left because they'd eat them all. Now, I spent a lot of time following lots of different animals, lions, leopards, hyenas, wild dogs, all throughout Africa. And Brenda, I don't think the vehicles inhibit the animals hunting if you drive carefully and respectfully. Now, if you drive badly and you chase animals with your car, of course it will inhibit hunting because they will run away from you or get aggressive with you. But as you've noticed here today, and she has chosen to lie right in the middle of the main road with 3 cars here and has absolutely not a care. Even though she's not hunting, we're not affecting her behavior. She has grown up with vehicles and realizes that they don't cause or they're not a threat to her, and or a hindrance. And remember I was saying that perseverance is important when following big cats? Well done, Taylor McCurdy, who's caught up with Hasana. Well, Xidulu isn't doing any walking at the moment. She is very much taking it easy on the road. There's some biting flies annoying her a little bit earlier, but as it gets cooler and later in the evening, a lot of those biting flies start becoming less active. So you can see carefully, you can just see some very small ones around her ears. That's why they keep flicking from time to time. The majority of the smaller biting fly species we get here in the Sabi Sands are called stable flies. And they are also pains to domestic animals such as cats and dogs, and even horses. Yeah, so I'm going to be keeping quiet for a little bit. We're going to be having some people from out there somewhere joining us. So I'm going to be quiet for a second. big welcome to all of you joining us wherever you might be in the world. You are now on a live game drive coming to you from the magnificent South Africa. I'm currently in the northeastern corner of South Africa. My name is Brent Smith, and I have my good friend Senzo Mkhize on camera, and we're with a female leopard. Now this is happening at this very second, so if you have any questions for us, please pop them on the feed below. So we are, as I said, in the northeastern corner of South Africa in the Greater Kruger National Park. You will hear some other people talking. There are some people visiting South Africa to go on their very own safari to see these incredible animals up close and personal. Now this is a female leopard. She is just over 3 years old. Her name is Xidulu. Now Xidulu means termite mound in the local Shangaan language. We're in the province of Mpumalanga, which means where the sun comes out. Mpuma, to come out, Langa, sun. So we're on the eastern side of the country, and as I said, we're within the Greater Kruger National Park, which is an 8 million acre wildlife wonderland where these animals are able to live out their lives happy and free and without human intervention. So this is a completely wild ecosystem. This is not a zoo. This animal has not been hand-reared or fed. It has had to feed itself and fend for itself from a very young age after becoming independent of its mother. There we go. You can see the classic bottom paw of a leopard there. Isn't she absolutely gorgeous? Well, Bridget, I agree with you 100%. Wildlife and nature are indeed spectacular, and there are seldom things more spectacular than one of the most elusive cats in Africa, the leopard. Now, this is a very special part of the world because it has the most habituated leopards in Africa, in my opinion. So this is the best place to come see leopards in the whole of Africa, in the Sabi Sands Game Reserve in South Africa. And remember, there's no fences between the different game reserves here, so the animals are able to wander wild and free between where they are. And that ensures that their natural genetics stay very, very solid, and this population will be good for many years to come. Now, of course, if you ever do visit South Africa, you don't have to go on safari in a car. You can even go on a safari on foot. So we're going to give you a little taste of what that's like right now. While she's still having a lovely snooze out in the road, as it starts getting cooler, the predators like lions and leopards start getting moving, and that's why Ralph's got to get back to camp before it gets too late. Now, she is a young female, just over 3 years old, Jan. So she's just taken over territory, and she has been seen mating with one of the dominant males here, which means that hopefully in the next 3 months or so, she'll be bringing us a lovely new litter of little leopards to wow us. Hi, MyTube. We do see lions quite a lot, MyTube. Unfortunately, we don't see any tigers as we are in Africa, and tigers only occur in Asia. So if you want to see tigers, the best place to go is probably India. You're not going to see any out here. We see lions, leopards, cheetahs, elephants, 2 species of rhinoceros, buffalo, giraffe. Those are all iconic African species that can all be seen in South Africa. At one of the very many national parks spread all the way from the Cape up unto the north and the Limpopo province. So we are very blessed with huge amounts of natural diversity in South Africa, in our different natural parks, and wonderful different places to stay at all over the country, whatever suits you, from the beach to the bush and the beach combined into one. Almost looked like it was about time to wake up, but then she's probably going to wait for it to get a little bit darker, and that's when she has advantage over the potential prey like impala and kudu and inyala. Curious one, indeed you can go on a horseback safari in South Africa. However, you want to avoid the big cats when doing so. But yes, indeed, there are many different places you are able to go on a horseback safari. You can go horseback riding down a beach if you want to. Hello, Patricia. Patricia, we do have Menalistic leopards. For those of you who don't know what Menalistic leopards are, it is a black leopard. It is basically a leopard that has got a recessive genetic gene that increases the amount of melanism. Melanism is the dark coloured you see on the leopard there, and it produces it all over its body. And they are very, very rare, but there was quite a few of them seen, probably about 70 or 80 kilometers from here as the crow flies. And so yes, we do get black leopards. They, however, are very rare. Now, as I was saying, this is probably the best area in the world to watch leopards, because I'm not the only one sitting with a leopard. Let's go see another leopard with my friend Taylor. Well, Xidulu's head is up as the temperature keeps dropping steadily. She might be up and on the move shortly. Oh, there's a francolin coming up towards her. That's what she spotted. But they've spotted each other. There you go. There's a few francolins flapping about. That's occasionally attracting her attention. And see, she's still panting quite heavily, even though the temperature is dropping steadily. Oh, there we go. There's some toofies. Rictus, I'd say Xidulu's quite a bit taller than Thandi. She is quite a bit younger as well, but I would say she's got a few kilograms on Thandi. I'd say she is a bigger leopard than Thandi is. And it's quite visible in her tracks. Her tracks are noticeably bigger than Thandi's tracks. Okay, now I know Ralph is nearly home, but he's got one last thing or two to show you yet. Still heading north. But she's taken a slightly deviated route from where she was, so she should be within Djuma for a bit longer, and I'm hoping maybe she spots something to hunt while she's walking through here. There you go, you can just see her up ahead in the road, marching along, stopping for a little sniff and a scent mark every now and then. There she is, isn't she beautiful? Look how low her tail is sitting to the ground. It's actually almost touching the ground. Oh dear. Off-road we go. Okay, this could get fun. Leopards, what makes leopards so resilient, Mina Moo? Oh, what happened there? She's just scent marking. Or did she try to grab something? Scent marking. Suddenly saw a bush jumping up and down. Where's she going? Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't know. We're going to try and stick with her here. But it's millions of years of evolution makes them resilient. Minamu, they're evolved to be able to eat rotten meat and drink horrible things and survive. Oh dear. Oh, there she is. This is not a fun block. As you can see, she's heading into some terminalia thickets. Stopping, listening, hoping to hear some dinner up ahead. So at this time of the year, the leopards are relying a lot on their ears to find food because of the height of the grass. And they often can't actually see what they start stalking till they get much closer. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to try keep up with her through this difficult area. While we do that, let's go see if Taylor has managed to find Hosanna again. Yes, we are still managing to just keep up with her. Fortunately, she's not moving at speed through the bush, but you can see we've switched over into infrared. We're the only vehicle here now. And she is on the hunt. She's not starving by any means, but she could do with a meal. I actually haven't seen a really fat leopard, actually, apart from Hosanna. Oh, where is she disappearing into now? Oh, she's right there. Oh, back, change direction. You can just hear her moving through the grass. Now, I'm just trying to see if we can spot her again. She was moving back behind us. You see her, Sens? The difference between a black... Oh, sorry, Sens, you okay? You okay? The difference between a black leopard and a panther, Kenneth, there she is, oh, terrible, is absolutely nothing. They are the same thing. A black panther is a menelistic leopard. Oh, she's really giving us a hard time. Watch your head, Sens. Are we okay behind us? Getting out of here is going to be fun. We saw it disappearing through here. And you can see how difficult this terrain is. I mean, this is difficult country during the day. So the last place I spotted her was around here. There she is. Now, there's a road parallel to us, but she just doesn't want to go there. So yours is trying to find me, so I'm putting my spotlight up in there. Yours, you see my light? Okay. I've lost sight of her. She disappeared behind this very thick patch. I'll try find her again, but I think we might not be in luck. This is just, it's getting worse and worse as I get in here. So let's send you back to Taylor while I try navigate my way out, and hopefully Xidulu's doing the same thing. Well, lucky enough, she popped out onto the road exactly where we were making for, and she has been heading towards the Buffelshoek sign all afternoon, just taking some detours on the way. But there we go. Luckily for us, she did pop out exactly where we hoped she would. This is a popular corner for males and females to scent mark. That's why she is smelling so intently. Now, yes, but very unnoticeably, shorehead, they have a winter and summer coat. Their coat will thicken a little bit during the winter, but not much. Busy showing a bit of a sniffing. I wonder if Tingana came and scent marked here. It could also, Djuma has been seen in this area, and Okamuri. So this is a popular sort of signposting spot, this particular little junction here. And she's very, very intent on smelling what other leopard might have been here. Now, Ravina, if Tingana comes across Xidulu and she's an estrus, he'll probably try and mate with her. If she's not, and she's got a kill, he'll probably try steal the kill, and he would treat her as he would treat other females within his territory. She is really, really sniffing. Oh, and she's on the move again. Oh, she's a pretty cat. Pretty cat. Okay, let's try and keep up with that. Hopefully she doesn't take us on too much of a wild goose chase after what she's done. Nice to have her on the road again for a little bit. So it's going to be very interesting to see what she does here. Whether she's going to cut into the north or she's going to cut back towards the west. So we're going right to the sort of northwestern corner of Djuma, right on the boundary where it shares a boundary with Arathusa and with Buffelshoek. Oh, sorry, Sibambili and Buffelshoek. I'm just going to try and move across so yours can also get a view. Togia, I'm on board with you. She does have such an intense look about her. It is awesome. She always seems like she's on a mission. Now, that's probably a lot to do with her age and the fact that she is trying to establish herself as the dominant female in this area. She's smelt something again. She's heading back straight towards us. Possibly another scent mark there. Let's just see what she does quickly. And Taylor's stink bug invasion is in full force tonight. Sens, do you mind just turning off the presenter light for a second? Because these bugs are just taking me apart. Thank you very much. Taylor's stink bug invasion has found me this evening. So you can see she's stopping at the prominent bushes where males would normally mark, and females. But I think that Senzo is also being attacked by stink bugs now. It's sort of an almond-like smell, but not quite. And I've managed to accidentally pushed on one, so all I can smell is stink bug at the moment. So there you go, you can see she's very actively sniffing those spots where possibly Hokomuri, Djuma, and even Tingana might have scent marked in the last couple of days since the rain. There we go. She's had a good whiff. And we're off on patrol again. Okay, while we keep up with Xidulu, let's send you back to Madam. Okay. Oh, wait, no, let's stay with us. She's just heard something in the bush right next to us. I think it was a francolin that sort of fluttered in the tree. She's still listening quite intently. It sounded like a bird. I'm not sure. She's still listening, and you see how opportunistic these big cats are. Oh, there's something coming in right next to us. Oh, it's a hyena. There's a hyena right next to us here, Sense. So the hyena's probably been trailing her for a while, picking up on her scent. Maybe that's what she heard. Now let's go to her, look at her behavior change. And she's going to try move away from that hyena as quickly as possible. And hyena hasn't quite seen her yet, but has definitely been smelling her. Okay, and just have a look. Oh, there's seeing, there we go. She's just turned down Aubrey's road. See, the hyena hasn't spotted her. He's still sniffing. He's behind. Oh, there she's watching the hyena. Let's get a bit closer. Now, these little interactions happen every day out here between the different predators. Lions chasing leopards, chasing hyenas, hyenas trailing leopards. Oh, I've got a stick or stone stuck in my brakes. It's making a horrible noise. I do apologize. And just try get rid of it. There we go. Oh, no, I thought I had one, but I haven't. So hyenas will follow leopards like this regularly to try steal a potential prey, a piece of prey from them. Oh, I'm so sorry about the squeaky brakes. You all know how much. Oh, there we go. Hyena's given up. Let's go. There we go, Sense. There we go. Hyena's given up. And she's jogged on. Oh, the hyena might not have given up completely. But she is jogged on. She's actually, I just saw some impala to the right. Now, yes, bone to, unless they were fighting over a kill or she was fighting to defend her cubs. So as a normal rule, follow them. The hyenas will follow the leopards, keep an eye on them, and see if they can possibly get a free meal out of it. Let's see if that hyena is still trailing further here. Doesn't look like it. There we go. So she's carrying on her patrol. She's lost her hyena tail. So that hyena would have come to have a look and noticed that she's on the move. She doesn't have any kills around. And so he's decided it's not worth his while. So we're going to keep following her for the next little bit. So you can see she's walking. Has approached her, so she just leapt up a tree, well out of reach of the hyena, and looking down disdainfully. Oh, let's have a seat. might as well. You can see she doesn't look particularly perturbed. If we look back down towards the hyena, you can see giving up. Oh no, and stop for a scratch. Scratch. But as I say, when these hyenas realize that the leopard doesn't have a kill, they might hang around the area, but they're not likely to actually pounce on her or try attack her. She's a nice source of easy food for them, and especially if she grabs something big like an impala, hyenas are quite often able to steal that carcass away from her before she is able to put it up a tree. She has been giving us a magnificent display. Laura Moore, yes indeed, this is a gorgeous picture. She is a gorgeous leopard. I'm going to check in the road, see if the hyena is still there. Hyena is gone. So, Ashton, she's going to come down. Yes, leopards do naturally seek dominance over each other. If you are dominant, you are able to breed, you are able to produce young, you are able to pass on your genetic line, and that's what these animals really want to do. So unfortunately, if I move the car, I am in a bit of a gremlin area, but she will be moving through it shortly. So we'll try to stick with her for as long as possible. Okay, well, we keep an eye on her and make sure we don't lose her before the end of the show. Let's go see where Taylor is and how her war on the stink bugs is going.